Hey guys, what's up? I'm back again doing another review. This time I'm doing something I haven't done yet. Well, I guess that's a good thing, because otherwise it would be really dull, wouldn't it? This time I'm doing all of my supernatural movies. So, in other words, like all sort of ghost-related sort of thing like that. Or witch, or not really witch, but ghost-related anyway. So I'm gonna start off with the Blair Witch Project. Awesome movie. I know a lot of people didn't really like this because it was part of the last broadcast, or it was shot a lot like that movie, The Last Broadcast. I'm not sure if anyone here has heard about that movie, but yeah, The Last Broadcast was sort of done the same way. Although I looked this up on Wikipedia and did some other research on it because Wikipedia isn't always reliable, right? But they actually planned out this movie before The Last Broadcast was released. So, although the last broadcast came out before the Blair Witch Project, the Blair Witch Project was thought of before the last broadcast. And so yeah, it's a lot of people, you probably already know the story. A group of young filmmakers go out to the woods to make a documentary on this Blair Witch that supposedly exists in the hills, and they get all these weird clues from people that they're interviewing in the town. And there's all this backstory and stuff to it, and then eventually, the strange thing starts happening in the woods. Once they get farther and farther into it, they get lost, and it's an eerie movie because it's all shot through subjective camera angles from their cameras. So yeah, really creepy movie. Well, I know it's creepy to some people. It wasn't frankly scary to me because I don't get scared that easily, but I used to, but I don't anymore. But yeah, it's most likely to scare some of you. So if you have a chance and you haven't seen it yet, go check out the Blair Witch Project. I think I bought this from a 2-story HMV in the West Edmonton Mall, so it's a pretty awesome place. I'm glad I got this there. I think I got it for a deal with some other movie. I forget which movie that was, though. Let's see. I'm gonna do some ones that are more popular now. This is The Grudge, and this is The Grudge 2. Now I'm going to start off with The Grudge. I haven't watched this movie in a while. All I can remember is when I first saw it, it was really freaking scary. What's interesting is that this is the American remake of the original Japanese Grudge, which is called Ju-On, which I'm going to get at some point. I'll review it and do like compare and contrast. But what's interesting about this remake is that it's actually done by the same director that made the original Ju-On movie. And same with the second Grudge movie. He made the movie originally in Japan. And I think they actually made a Japanese remake of the original Ju-On. So there's like 5 Ju-On movies. Well, there's 3 Ju-On movies and 2 Grudge movies, so there's like 5 movies in total. But yeah, it's a really good movie. It's just sort of like, I'm not really sure how to describe it. It's just like really creepy. It's more than just like something pops out and scares you. It's more sort of like, it gets under your skin a lot more. It's got, Sam Raimi, he did something in it here. I'm just noticing this. Yeah, I guess he did some stuff on this. Sam Raimi is he does some really cool stuff, so if you like his work and you want to see how he contributes to this remake of Ju-On, then check it out. But yeah, anyhow, the plot line to this movie is pretty much there's just this old abandoned house, and I think, again, I haven't watched it in a while, so I sort of forget a bit, but I think these people go into the house, and then the people in the house start or the ghosts or something, who live in the house start stalking the people or something. And, yeah, I know that's the case for the second movie, too. Anyhow, moving on to the second Grudge movie, The Grudge 2. Again, it's got some stuff in here done by Sam Raimi, which is awesome, because Sam Raimi's cool. And, yeah, it's pretty much more of the same, except this is so much scarier. It is so much scarier. This movie, I was watching this with a few friends, and we were, like, crapping ourselves. It was so scary. But then again, that was before I really got into horror movies. This was one of the earlier movies I bought. Now it probably, if I'd seen it now and not then, it probably wouldn't have bothered me as much, but it was so creepy back then. It's pretty much more of the same, except it's it sort of follows different people's lives over the course of. It's like one of those TV movies or something where like you're seeing more than one story going on at the same time, like it branches off, which is sort of like what Year of the Dead's about. But yeah, it's really awesome. I like this so much more than the first Grudge movie. This last one, I'm not really sure what to make of it because it hasn't gotten as much publicity, and in a way, I guess I feel ripped off because I paid $32 for this movie, or was it 32 or 34? I forget. But this is Boo. Now, not a very common movie. I hated it when I first saw it, but then I went back and I watched it again for yucks, and it's not actually that bad. It's sort of funny though, because like, well, the only really good scene was right at the beginning, like with this like weird dog that made like a meat puppet of it or something, and it was really cool. But that was like that's the highlight of the whole movie. It's pretty much just these kids who go on like it's Halloween and they go to this abandoned hospital, which in real life is actually abandoned, just to spend the night there and like go around and stuff. And then there's actually these ghosts who live at the hospital, and they start stalking them and attacking them. Hence the creepy little girl and the guy at the back. So yeah, it's a very creepy movie. It's not really creepy. It uses a lot of the cliches in horror movies. Like, you know, they see the guy and then like they see this guy that thinks their friend wearing a costume, and then the friend shows up behind him and talking to him. It's just like, oh, who's that guy? And yeah, it uses a lot of horror movie cliches, but it's actually not that bad now that I look back at it. But I still am regretting paying $34 for it. Anyhow, I think I'll just take this time to say that Year of the Dead is almost finished. We have almost been working on it for a year. It looks really good. We're all very pleased with it. We have like 55 minutes done. We're aiming for an hour or 70 minutes or something. It's not going to be a very long movie, but I think it's going to be a pretty it's going to be a good length. It's going to be like nice for sort of more of a short viewing. It's not something you really need to make a huge commitment to, but it's still entertaining. So yeah, having said that now, I bid you all farewell, and if anyone has any thoughts on the movie The Strangers, I would really like to hear them. Send me an email or comment. So yeah, if anyone out there is going to take that up, then just email me and let me know, because I saw it and I thought it was awesome. See you guys.